Good morning. We are here on a Tuesday getting ready to practice. Yes, we're naming the classes now just to give people an idea of what they're stepping into. And so we're calling today Circulate and Elevate, and I don't know if I'll stick to that, we'll see. But you'll see what it's like. It's not that different from what we've been doing, but at least we know that it has a specific purpose, it has a specific structure to some degree. So we're going to start off in a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. And I think what we're going to do, without any blankets or puffs, if you can, if that's really hard for you because you have tightness in the back body, then feel free to sit on a blanket rather than a block if possible, so that you can have a softer seat underneath. And what we'll do is we're not going to sit quietly for a moment, right? We're just going to actually be here, close the eyes, notice. It's a nice little shift. Just notice what's happening. Let's bring the palms together. Keep the eyes closed. And very simply state in our minds that we are here. And we will continue to be here, practicing being in this practice, practicing being present, practicing being in the body, being with the body, guiding the body, because we're so attuned to it, we're so attentive. So if we're stuck in our minds all day, or if we're stuck in our bodies all day, we're imbalanced. We want these two parts of ourselves to come together. And by being present, we can make that happen. We are making it happen now. It's being created at this very moment. So let's seal that with a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and release. Now bring the hands to the front shin, not the knees. So we want to keep the shoulders, the hands, shoulders distance. And what we will do, so I will do this on the side here. You can have a foot on top of the opposite shin, or you can have foot in front of the shin. We're going to really start to lift our energy. Sometimes energy is droopy, really it's droopy. So we want to make it kind of like firmer, active, and lifted. So hands to this leg, front leg or top leg. So then on the inhale, squeeze the shoulders back, and we're breathing through the nostrils. Let the head come back slightly. On the exhale, pull the belly in, round the back, let the head go. So we're going to coordinate this with our breath. So next inhale, this is very strong motion. Inhale, lift, exhale, draw in. Inhale, exhale. Now just take a couple more, and then we're going to break this down. Come back to center. Sitting up tall. What we're doing here is we're incorporating a yogic breath, that 3-part breath that we take from belly all the way up to collarbone on inhale, from collarbone down to belly on the exhale. And then we're incorporating with it this movement of the spine, so we could really wake things up within us. So as we're doing this, we're also breathing through the nose, and we are not using ujjayi breath. There's no constriction in the throat. These are quicker, more forceful breaths. So this is, again, it's a form of yogic breathing in a Kundalini variation. So right from here, let's begin again. We're going to go for a whole minute. So when you're ready, we'll exhale, empty the lungs, and then inhale, begin. If this makes you dizzy or anything like that, go much slower, and you can even use that ujjayi breath. almost there. One big inhale. Gentle exhale. Release the hands. Bring the hands to the knees, palms flipped upwards. Now slowing the breath. Being with the sensations of the body. You might actually be feeling the heart beating. You might be feeling parts of the body with that same rhythm responding to the heart. You might notice some buzzing sensation. Just be with the body for a moment. Now we're going to do this again. So if you feel okay and you can go forward, you'll continue. If it's starting to feel funny, then you can, again, go slowly and use Ujjayi breath. So we'll begin by bringing hands to that leg to hold it. And really focus on the shoulders this time too. So make sure those shoulders are going in when you're lifting and then releasing on the exhale. So first emptying the lungs. And let's begin. Just one more breath. And then a deep breath in. And out. Release the hands to the knees, palms flipped up. If the legs are tired in this position, switch them. Switch the order of the ankles. And just be here with the sensations. More obvious sensations, more subtle sensations. Sink your mind into the body. And let's go a little deeper by bringing the legs out to a V formation. So today, to open up the energetic body, we're using a little bit of Kundalini practice. Kundalini, it's a combination of breath and movement that is specifically to open up the energetic body. So go ahead and take the legs out. Now if this is a little tough, again, sit on the blankets. You can bend the knees if needed. Keep the feet flexed for a moment. Roll the shoulders a few times. And let's go ahead and first roll down into this. So bring the chin to the chest and take a couple breaths. And then begin to lower. Eventually let the arms go. Again, maybe bend the knees. Maybe now just relax the feet perhaps. So first time we'll be here, we're just going to let go into this. Feel the tension, tightness in the back of the legs. Now you might start to work through the feet, taking circles. Help loosen up in the joints and the surrounding muscles. So really just creating spaces, opening the body, opening the energetic channels. And then from here we will let go again, maybe let go of the feet as well. Let go a little deeper. And then let's begin to rise. So unroll the spine, walk the hands up. Bring the arms to a T. So this is a nice strong movement again. We're keeping with that breath through the nostrils without constriction in the throat. We'll be taking hand to opposite leg. So from here, arms to a T. On the exhale, we'll start with right hand to left leg. And actually we'll take both hands to the leg. Both hands to left leg. Inhale, rise to a T. Exhale, hands over to the right leg. Inhale, rise. So you see what it's like when we go slow. Now we're going to pick up the pace. Okay, so nice big breath in. Exhale, release into the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going, nice rising sensation, and then lowering, like falling in, lifting, lowering, lifting, falling in, lifting, flowing forward, lifting, flowing. Couple more. And then we'll inhale, rise, release the arms, fold in. And notice how this has changed. Take about 3 more deep breaths. So if we are bringing the mind and the body together, which is one aspect of yoga, that joining, that yoking, we can use thoughts to guide the body. So at this time, as you take, we'll add a few more deep breaths. As you take those next few breaths, feel like you are cleaning the body, like cleaning the subtle parts of the body that maybe you don't even realize are there, these energetic systems. So we're clarifying, we're kind of like wiping down and shining and really clearing. So give these thoughts to the next breath or two. And then we'll go ahead and rise. And we're going to do this one more time We did the last one for a minute, so we're going to do this for a minute as well. So once you've risen, take the arms up. We'll start with a deep breath in and out. And then on the next inhale, feeling the lift, exhale. Feel the clarifying that you are doing at this time. Nice suspension on the inhale, flowing forward on the exhale. And inhale, exhale, release. Lower down. Now let's shift into Ujjayi Pranayama. So if you haven't shifted in there naturally, what we've done really helps just go right there. And if not, then take that breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, fogging. Mouth stays open, fog in. Close the mouth, exhale through the nostrils. Now let's hold here for 5 breaths, concentrating the mind on removing impurities in the body, opening channels, clearing blockages. If you have specific areas that you have obvious issues with that you know about, muscles, certain functions, certain organs, put the mind there for the next 2 breaths. Concentrating the same thoughts. Now we'll start to rise. And before you rise, if you haven't risen, pay attention to what this is like now. Pay attention to the back of the legs, to the back itself. Like, feel that this is so different from when we first got in there. We said, how on earth will we open up these areas? They feel so tight, and that's all it took. So let's go ahead and start to close legs. Use the hands. They've been there for a while. And then let's come forward into a table posture. So we're on hands and knees. We have wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And just extend the right leg to the back of the mat. So we're pressing into the ball of the foot. Now let's do this a few times. So we're going to push into the ball of push the ball of the foot into the mat, and then just release the pressure. And just do this a few times. So as you're doing that, you're probably feeling the sending of that right heel back. And then we'll set this knee down and lift the left leg, bringing the ball of the foot down. Again, a few times, putting pressure into the foot and then releasing. Foot putting pressure into the mat. And we'll go ahead and set this knee down. And let's come into downward facing dog. You could step hands forward, roll over toes, lift knees, lift hips. Explore. Next inhalation, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Explore a little here, maybe in the ankle, maybe in the knee, maybe in the hip. And then on the next exhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Pivot the left heel down, and we'll rise up to Warrior A with the shoulders back, and the arms will be straight to start, palms facing forward. Pull the pelvis in. So Virabhadrasana, letter Ka, but arms are a little different at this time. So just notice how that feels. Now this is when very easily kind of let this, I can feel I'm like being very lazy in my belly, so I'm going to pull the pelvis in and activate my core. Just see if you can do that. We'll sink forward into that right knee for another deep breath. And then exhale, bring the hands down around the right foot. Lift the right leg back up, three-legged downward facing dog. And then we'll set the right foot down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Explore. And now we will take this left foot between the hands. Right heel presses down. Virabhadrasana. Letter Ka once again with the arms alongside the body. And once you find that position, pull the pelvis in, feel the core engage, but without collapsing the chest. Another 2 breaths. And we'll come out of this. Hands down, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bring the foot down, and then we're going to find a child's posture for a moment. So knees apart, big toes touching, Balasana. Trunk lowers, neck relaxes. Let the head get really heavy. I'm going to extend the arms forward, lift the head, the trunk, walk the arms over to the right. Really lower this left sitting bone. Feel the left wrist move away from the left waist. Walk over to the left. And put some effort in descending of right sit bone down, sending of right wrist forward or off to the left. And we'll come to center. Next inhalation, rise up, hands and knees. Roll over the toes, lift the hips once again. Next inhalation, lift the right leg up. On the exhale, this time bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then what we'll do is plant right foot between the hands and find Virabhadrasana, letter Ka. So set the left toes down so they're facing the left side of the mat, and then begin to rise up, Bring the arms to a T. So now we're facing, trunk is facing left side of the mat. Arms are nice and strong, shoulders back and down, pelvis pulled in, head turned so we're gazing past right fingertips. Focusless gaze, drishti. See if you can close the eyes just for 2 breaths. Be in the body. And then we will windmill the hands down, and this time let's add an optional vinyasa here. So we'll take this right foot to the back and come to plank posture. Exhale, lowering down, forelimb staff posture. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, lifting the hips once again. So in downward facing dog, next inhalation, lift the left leg. Next exhalation, knee to nose. Inhale, pick up the leg again. And then exhale, left foot between the hands. Shift the right toes to face right side of the mat. Rise up with the left knee lunging. Bring the arms to a T. Virabhadrasana, letter Ka. Arms nice and active. Shoulders back and down. Pelvis pulled in. Left knee lunging. Trunk lifting. Head turned to gaze past left fingers. One more deep breath. Windmill the hands down. Take the left foot behind, and then you can take another optional vinyasa or make your way through to child's posture, which is where we're going to meet. So whenever you're ready, find your way there, and then lower the hips, lower the head. Going to lift the head, walk over to the right, again, off of the mat. So keep the forearms lifted and lift the trunk and the head, right? So rather than relaxing down, you won't feel much if you just relax those arms down and those elbows are just, bent, and the extension we're looking for is missing there. So keep the arms straight. Now just for a moment, explore the body. So we're going to take this right hand and start to feel the shoulder and right underneath the shoulder, and we will just go ahead and put some pressure into this muscle that we are stretching quite deeply. Just feel around. This is like a muscle that I think most of us are not really aware of, this area of the body. So just check in, feel it out, and then release. So a couple deep breaths here in this position. And then we'll walk over, when you're ready, to the left. Now we'll explore and take the left hand all around this area. Just feel out. Nothing specifically, just explore again. And then we'll have both of the arms extended, a couple deep breaths. walk over to the center. Rise upwards. Come into downward facing dog. Step both of the feet forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach the arms upwards. Let's stay here for a moment. Engage the pelvis, pull it in, engage the thighs, the glutes, lift the toes. Keep the fingers spreading wide away from each other. Now we'll be here for 5 more breaths. Feel the motion of the breath. Feel the length of the spine. And just see if you can experience and feel that energy that's riding the breath. That is prana, life force, life energy. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center, toes can relax. I'm going to step the left foot to the back of the mat, bring the arms to a T. Next exhale, hands behind, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. This is Prasarita Padottanasana. This is letter C. So I believe that would be Ga. Okay, release the arms. Let's be here for a moment. We're going to recreate what we were doing before when we were seated on the floor. We're going to be doing this from standing. So let's let the head get heavy. So if the head is heavy, the crown of the head is going to be facing the floor. If the crown of the head is like off to an angle forward, then you are still not letting go of the neck. And I see that all the time, so really let go. Okay, we're going to come up halfway. With the palms down, straighten the arms. Bring hands to hips, a little bend in the knees, rise all the way up to standing. So the toes might need to turn out a little bit. You're going to kind of feel this as you go through. This is windmill, and it also comes from the Kundalini variation of this physical yoga practice. So make sure you have enough space. I'm going to move a little. So this arm behind, there's going to be an arm behind, so make sure that space is clear. This is going to be the motion. So we'll go slow first time. We'll take a deep breath in, and then exhale, right hand to left leg. Left arm is reaching up. Feel the shoulder blade in the mat. I'm sorry, not in the mat, in the muscles, surrounding muscles. Really feel that. And then bring the arms to a T. Exhale, left hand to right leg. Feel the shoulder blade. Inhale, rise. So same thing, a lifting on the inhale, a free flowing on the exhale. So lifting, free flowing. So we'll take a nice exhalation first, and then inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, rise. Relax the arms. Stay here. Deep breaths. I'm going to fold forward. So right from here, you can just start to lower. Bring the hands down. You have options. You can take hands, walk them back, fingers face forward. You can take hands back, fingers face back. You can grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Just finding a little length at some point and then exhaling, releasing in. And we're going to take about maybe 5 or 6 deep breaths, concentrating the mind on removing obstacles in the body, removing impurities, removing blockages, clearing up those spaces, purifying those spaces. And we'll start to come out of this, palms down to the mat, straightening the arms, bringing hands to hips, soft bend in the knees, and then rising up. Heel toe the feet so they're closer together. We'll come to hips distance. And let's focus at this time on balancing posture. We're going to take, there's options, there's always modifications. You can get closer to a wall if you need to, but we'll be holding a foot behind the glute. So knowing that, you might get closer to a wall. Like if you know this could come into a king dancer posture. So if you want, you would have the front of the body facing the wall, and the hand could be there, or the palm, whatever it is, the fingers. But essentially we'll start by bringing hands to hips, shifting the weight to the left leg, and then holding the right foot behind. Now if you feel imbalanced, there's a need to activate this left thigh. That's really engaging and activating even the left glute. And then sending the right knee down. Now this might be good, or you might take the left arm up. Feel the left arm, if it's risen, feel it, that lifting up sensation, while the right knee is looking downward. Take the right shoulder blade back, drawing it also down into the back. And then again, you might stay right here, or you might start to take the left arm forward. There's different variations here. You could take the left arm forward and take the trunk with you. This is, if the back, bending the back is a little challenging, then you can push the foot into the hand. If bending the back is a little bit more available, you would keep the back more upright. You're going to start to come out of this, releasing hand, releasing the foot. Now pay attention to the limbs for a moment. Just release the arms alongside the body, palms facing forward or facing the thighs. So what does the right leg feel compared to the left? What does the right arm feel compared to the left? And let's even out. So when you're ready, hands to hips, bring weight into the right leg, engage that thigh and that glute. Pick up the left foot, holding it behind the hip. check in. You want to make sure the shoulder isn't just rounding forward and being lazy. So send it back. Open up the chest. Maybe take the right arm up. Maybe go a little further. Start to reverse. And release. We have a lot of stuck energy in the thighs and the hip flexors. So what we're going to do is actually take the hands and we're just going to fold in a little bit, but we're going to keep the back long. So we're not going to round as we're doing this. And start to take the hands to the thighs. So the thighs are somewhat active right now with the knees bent. And just put some pressure. So really get the force going with the arms. And then release and fold. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Come down to hands and knees. Find, we're going to actually sit on top of the heels. And if that's too much, you can sit on blankets, blocks, on the bottom, whatever feels right. You could also do this from standing on the knees themselves. We're going to take hands, let them face each other, elbows bent. Interlock the fingers, and we're going to take two variations of this. So back into that breath earlier, more forceful and through the nose without narrowing the throat. So next inhale, we'll twist to the left. On the exhale, twist to the right. Now we'll pick up the speed a little. So begin. Inhale, exhale. Keep pulling the hands apart. One more time, inhaling, exhale, come to center, take a couple deep breaths. So things are moving in the body. There's lots of circulation occurring. It's going to feel different. You might even break out into a sweat just from what we just did. So just notice, be with it. Now we're going to go the other way. And just for evenness sake, let's actually switch the order of the hands. So the other one's going to come on top. It's going to feel funny. And then we're going to inhale to the opposite direction. So if we started with left, then we're going to inhale to the right. So inhaling, exhale, and then begin. One more inhale. Come to center. Release. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Be with the subtle sensations, maybe vibrations that you can actually feel now. Now bring your attention to the heart center. Feel that opening, 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 lifting the chest. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, look up, feel the chest opening, opening, and letting something beautiful come into the chest. Whatever it is that comes in, let it be there. And then as you exhale, begin to send the heart down, lift the hips a little so you can bring the forehead down, roll to the crown of the head. And exhale, release the arms, lower the hips, we're in child's posture. I'm going to switch by rising, crossing ankles, coming all the way down to the back. Once you're there, extend the legs, reach the arms behind. Lift the right leg upwards, hold this leg with the hands, and then walk up towards the foot as close as the foot as you can be, lifting the head if necessary. Now we'll bend this leg and then draw the foot in towards the chest and hug this right leg to stretch the outer hip. You can keep the head lifted. You might lower it if it's possible. Nice clearing breath. And we'll let the right leg go. Extending it, lift the left leg. Take the hands to the leg, walk up towards the foot. Do your best to keep the foot actively flexed. And we will bend this leg, bring this foot in closer to the chest. Nice clearing breath. The voice is healing. And when we hear our own voice, there's a lot in that that's very powerful, but just the vibrations that occur alone, like all the little extra movement that is occurring, and the sound of, oh, this sounds like somebody's relaxing. Oh, that person is me. It's just so wonderful to do. So allow yourself to do that. You're in your own space. Now we'll go ahead and release this left leg and extend both of the legs. Take the arms back. We're going to rest at this time. Before we do, just check in and see if you're ready or if you've got to find a spinal twist. That's just a nice way to neutralize the spine. Check in also with the head. Maybe you have an opportunity right after class to work with the neck a little bit, where you can move head side to side here as you get ready to relax. And then we'll let the body go. Let the arms go. Take the shoulders back a little bit first, and then let them go. Deep breath in through the nose. Let the breath and the voice come together. Resting. Slowly, just be aware. Shift your awareness to the body again, if it wasn't already there. Now shift your awareness away from the body. Go all the way out to the sky. Go far, far beyond. Maybe even that. And bring the awareness back to the body. And shift your awareness far beyond into the sky, out to the oceans, beyond that. And feel that spaciousness, the openness, the feeling of flowing with life. And then see if you can hold that in the mind and also hold the body in the mind at the same time. That spaciousness and the body at the same time. And now we'll come back and start to deepen the breath. Start to move again, the hands and the feet. And take the arms behind and find length. Knees into the chest. Find your way to seated. If you are able to lie down still and you want to stay there, that's okay. We'll seal our practice, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Sounding Om. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste. Thank you for being here and sharing this practice with me. I really do mean it, and I really enjoyed myself today. Kundalini Yoga is the first way that I was introduced to yoga when I was 17. Technically, I think I was 16 actually. I was in 12th grade, and it was the spring of 12th grade. And I am just sharing this story with you. And if you have any comments or questions, of course, let me know. But I ended up letting my friends know during lunch that I found on PBS a practice of something called yoga. I'd never heard of it. And as a gift, one of my friends brought back an audio cassette of a Kundalini Yoga practice from Florida when she went for spring break. And it was a comedic gift. It wasn't meant to be something that I was going to take seriously, but I did. And I ended up my first semester of college is when I really became dedicated to that practice, and it became a daily ritual, a daily practice every single morning. And my mother would fight me because she wanted me to come down for breakfast, and I stuck to it and said, no, I'm going to practice. I'm going to do this every single day. And that commitment that I made at that time at such a young age also was the life-changing, most important thing that I have decided probably. So I wanted to share that with you and let you know that it was a Kundalini practice, and I practiced that for some years and always feel like it is such a beautiful experience every single time, and it really does open up the body. It is meant to open up the energy, Kundalini energy. So it is a kind of like a fast track, some would think, and that's why they join that. But I like all practices, so I'm not committed to any one. I'm just committed to yoga. So that's a little story to share with you today. And yeah, thank you for being here. I will play the bowls just a little bit today. So thank you, everybody. Namaste. See you soon.